typically credit in the past, the person has been judged on their ability to pay and their history of paying.
Hey guys, welcome back to MotoWise. Today we'll talk about the best ways to build credit in America. Let's head into it. Apply for a credit card.
Always, I'm a big advocate for credit. Credit will save you in the long run, save you a lot of money.
These generally come in two types, unsecured and secured. Unsecured credit cards let you buy things without having to put down a deposit, but good credit may be required for approval. Secured credit cards are backed by a cash deposit, which protects the lender in case you miss payments and usually acts as your credit limit. Both types of cards typically report your payments to all three credit bureaus, and the payment history from either type of credit card will affect your credit score in the same way. What's really a plus about secured cards is the credit score considers no differently than a credit card that is unsecured, says Barry Paperno, a credit expert who formerly worked with FICO and Experian. There are no fewer points for a secured card than for an unsecured card. If you're new to credit, you may need to start by applying for a secured credit card. Issuers know secured cards aren't meant to be used forever though, so after several months of showing responsible credit use, you can ask the issuer to upgrade the account to unsecured and return your deposit. Become an authorized user. If you don't qualify for an unsecured card just yet, getting added to someone else's credit card account lets you piggyback on their positive credit. The first step is asking a trusted friend or relative, ideally someone with healthy credit who pays bills on time, to add you as an authorized user. For example, some parents add their teen children as authorized users to help them build credit. Once you're added as an authorized user, the account will appear on your credit report, although the primary user will be responsible for making payments. The downside to being an authorized user is that you're at the mercy of the primary cardholder, Paperno says. If they lose their job and can't make the payment, that reflects on your credit. There's also a chance that the card issuer won't report their account information on your credit report, which means you won't benefit from becoming an authorized user. Take out a credit builder loan. Taking out and paying off loans generally proves to the future lenders that you can borrow credit responsibly. There are many types of loans that can build credit, including car loans, mortgages, and student loans. But credit builder loans are dedicated solely to helping people build credit. These loans are typically for people who aren't interested in credit cards. Maybe they've burned in the past, Paperno says. They don't want the temptation to run up a balance again. Here's how credit card builder loans work. You'll borrow a small amount from a bank or credit union, about $500 to $1,500, though some can be as high as $3,000. But instead of handing you the money, the lender will deposit the funds into a savings account you can't access during the payment period. You'll make payments on the loan every month, which helps you establish a positive payment history. Once you finish repaying the loan, you'll get the full balance, sometimes along with any interest earned. Small banks and credit unions typically offer these types of loans with terms around 12 months. Consider reporting your rent to the credit bureaus. If you're a renter, chances are you're not getting credit for paying rent on time, month after month. Services such as Rent Track and Pay Your Rent help change that by allowing consumers to report rent payments to the credit bureau. This type of service could be worth exploring if you always pay rent on time and your credit needs a lift. Depending on the company, you may pay a one-time verification fee, plus a monthly payment of $7 to $10, or your landlord may sign up for a larger paid subscription. Maintain healthy credit habits. Making on-time payments on all your bills and keeping account balances low on revolving accounts can suggest you're a good credit risk. Keep older accounts open so you can maintain the length of your credit card history. If you don't have a good mix of accounts, such as both credit cards and loans, opening an account might be helpful, but only apply for credit that you need. What are some different ways to build credit? For years, credit bureaus relied on lenders to report information, but some new tools take a more DIY approach. With Experian Boost, Experian Lift, and Ultra FICO, consumers offer information and their bank accounts, which could mean better credit scores. Here's how these methods work. Experian Boost. With Boost, you'll grant Experian access to your online bank accounts. From there, the credit bureau will identify your telecom and utility payment information and add it to your Experian credit report. More than 2 million consumers are connected to Experian Boost, Griffin says, and we're seeing scores instantly approved for approximately 2 out of 3 consumers who use the free service, with an average boost of more than 10 points. People who became scoreable after using Experian Boost saw an average credit score increase of 19 points, Griffin added. There are a few caveats caveats to using this tool. First, not every lender checks Experian credit reports or uses a credit score that includes the information provided by Experian Boost. According to Griffin, Boost works with the most commonly used credit scores, including FICO 8, FICO 9, Vantage Score 3, and Vantage Score 4. Second, your FICO score may actually decrease after using Experian Boost, Griffin says. If this happens, you may opt out and your score will be recalculated within the information removed. This tool is best for the people who have their phone and utility payments automatically withdrawn from their bank account. You can set up these recurring payments if you don't have them already. Experian Lift.
They have access to a much broader range of mathematical techniques and algorithms that they can deploy.
Experian is also working on a new credit score called Experian Lift that can use both traditional and non-traditional data, says Alpa Lally, Vice President of Data Business at Experian. Non-traditional data can include on-time rent payments, prepaid cards, and payday loans. This score is not yet in use, but it is expected to be available to lenders sometime in 2020. Of course, a lender has to use this score for it to matter, so be sure to ask your lender if this is an option. Ultra FICO credit score.
Now, this product tells you something else. It tells you, can this person actually pay me back if I lend them money?
Ultra FICO uses a broader set of information compared with FICO's previous scoring models. Once you opt in, FICO scans the transactions in your checking, savings, and money market accounts. It checks how long your accounts have been open, whether you typically have cash on hand, and if you've ever overdrawn the account. This information supplements what's already in your credit reports. FICO invited a handful of consumers to test Ultra FICO in 2019, and it's in a limited pilot phase. To use it, you must sign up and find a lender who is part of that pilot phase. This score may open up doors for people who could borrow responsibly but don't have a credit history, says Freddie Hume, Vice President of Credit Risk Analytics at Freedom Financial Network, which owns debt settlement and other financial companies. For example, a person who recently moved to the US with money in the bank and a job lined up may still struggle to build credit. That could be a key profile of someone who stands to benefit from Ultra FICO, Hume says. If you're hoping to use Ultra FICO, make sure your banking information helps you look like a good candidate to a lender. Ultra FICO checks that you keep a healthy balance in your savings account, maintain a bank account over time, avoid negative balances, regularly pay bills, and make other bank transactions. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I am sure you will love them. With that, I will see you in the next video.